Hello, today I got a new shipment from Mariner and I would like to show you this new bow that I just received. So this is the Mariner Spring Autumn 2. The model itself has been around for a number of years, but I want to show you some updates to it that you may not realize. So if you have been following my Facebook page, you would know that I've actually announced there's a change on the tip of the bow. It used to be a static tip, or basically the hard sear. So this part used to be a hard sear, which is not bendable. But on the new model, this tip here is a soft tip, okay, or a soft sear. So it can straighten, it can bend as you pull towards your full draw. And that actually helps with the feeling of less stacking or smoother as you draw it back. I'm going to go through the details one by one. So let's maybe start off with the overall shape. So have a look. This is how the bow looks now. It is actually very similar to what it looks like before, just that changing this very tip here from a hard tip to a soft tip. I think that even the riser here has been actually shifted back a little. So I think it has a higher amount of reflex before. I'm not exactly sure about this one because I do not have one to compare with, but I think it used to have just a little bit more reflex. Now I think it has a bit more deflex. The brace height has increased as well. Before this, it was under 7 inch. This one feels rather high. I think before this it was like 6.5, but this one here is like 7.25 inch brace height. So I do think something has changed. It has somewhat shifted more to the back. Okay, so the strung shape looks like this. And now I'm gonna draw it to full draw, at least my full draw. Right? I cannot reach its maximum. This bow reaches a 33 inch max draw, which is beyond me. But anyway, I'm gonna just pull as far back as I can and watch how the tip opens. Okay, the limb bends and the tip opens, so it is smoother as I draw it. Alright. Okay, so again, I'm going to do it slowly and observe how the tip opens and straightens. So this bow actually feels a lot smoother than what it used to be. So before this, I remember that because it's a long bow, so there is a little bit of stacking towards the back as you reach like 31 inch towards the back. You always feel there is somewhat a stacking feel because of how long bows generally behave. But in this case, I don't feel that. It just feels very, very smooth. So the limb bends back, and as the main limb here reaches its limit, it stops bending, and then the tip here starts to take over and bends. So it no longer fights me. It is very smooth to draw. So even though I didn't like the shape, I honestly didn't like the way it looks now, but I have to admit that it is a smoother draw now, and it's going to be more efficient because I think the energy storage has increased on this one. Because there's no stacking, it increases the stored energy, and therefore the cast efficiency also increased because it's lighter now. So overall speed just goes up. It's a better bow, but maybe I got used to how thin the sear looks, and this is definitely not something I'm used to. But you know, there's always pros and cons. You get better performance, but for some people, we like the hard tip. So yeah, whichever. Okay, so what I didn't expect though, the way that this is tapered, the limb. So this is now tapered from a thicker section here towards a thinner section towards the end. Okay, it's tapered now, both here and here. So it used to be no taper. It used to be parallel, and then there's hard tip, focusing the bend on the lower side. Now it distributes the bending throughout the entire limb. So that's the change on the limb. It is still bamboo, okay? So bamboo skin on both sides, the back and belly, both are bamboo skin. You can see there's like nodes here, there's nodes here, there's more nodes here. It's convex, okay, it's not flat. Okay, so the surprise update is on the handle here. So previously all the bows came with like a Technol wood for the riser. This one here came with a bamboo riser, and I wasn't told about this update, so I'm a bit surprised when I saw it. It's a bamboo riser. I do not know why, but maybe because he thought maybe bamboo matching with bamboo feels better at home. I don't know, maybe an aesthetic reason, but I'm actually quite shocked with something. That is, the weight of this handle here is shockingly heavy. I think it's heavier than the Technowood version. That's why I actually sent Marina a question asking if there's something else inside here. It feels like there is steel in there, because this is not normal. This feels really heavy, as if there is steel core in this thing. It's definitely a surprise. Like when you hold this is actually very dense. Right in the middle of this thing is so dense. That's why I'm suspecting there's something in there. But I do not know. I do not know at this moment. But yeah, so it is definitely interesting bow to look at. Let's have a look at the tip more clearly. Okay, this is how the tip looks like. Okay, towards the limb and towards the handle. Very dense, heavy handle. Definitely good for target archery. Good for stability. Good for reducing hand shock and vibration. Also, the bamboo here is a good touch to it, so I believe hand shock and vibration is going to be further reduced. Yeah. So the Spring Autumn 2 latest version. If you're interested, contact me.